this stuff? I thought it was supposed to be spring already. I guess not. It's snowing. It's Sunday, and the powers that be decided that it wasn't spring yet. So winter is still here. But as you can see, we're not giving up. We're still going to fish. My daughter and I decided to come down to the 5-in-1 and hang some rods over the edge. You know, even though the weather's bad, sometimes you just got to get out and fish. You know, you're not going to catch them sitting on the couch, I've heard a lot of people say. So, here we are. Luckily, well, hopefully, there's some better weather in the next couple days. We're going to be, it's going to be warming back up again into the 50s by Saturday. There's supposed to be another storm coming in on Friday. That's supposed to be a rain-snow mix. And we're going to try and get on the head of that front, try to catch some more fish then too. So, as of right now, this is what we're stuck with. So, all you guys that think you're hardcore, get out and fish. We're not very hardcore. We're sitting in the truck, or we're sitting in the car. So, just gotta tough it out sometimes. Not gonna catch them from the couch. So, we'll try and catch some fish. If we don't, oh well. We had a fun time. Got to sit around out and watch the snow. But hopefully we get some better weather here in the next couple days, because I'm ready for spring. I've been ready for spring this whole time, and I just wanna get out in that warm weather and start catching some catfish. Just catching fish in general. The river's not moving too fast. Still high, but we're fishing in what we get dealt. So hopefully we'll see you guys soon, and hopefully we'll see you in Iowa's Outdoors. Autumn and I didn't catch anything today, especially in the snow, but that's okay. I really don't care whether we catch anything or not, because I get to spend quality time with my daughter. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about, is if we don't pass on these traditions, if we don't pass on fishing to our next generation, we are going to find ourselves, or we're going to find that fishing will die with us. Okay? One of the things I did with Autumn is she is always outside. You cannot pry her from the outdoors. And it's one of the things I've prided myself on for a long time, is that she is an outdoors kid. And I'm pretty sure she always will be. You know, she's only 4 years old, and you know how 4-year-olds are. You know, they always want to be outside and be in the dirt and everything like that. But I was the same way when I was a kid. My grandmother, because I was raised by my grandmother, she had a hard time keeping me inside. She had a hard time keeping me in nice clothes. You know, so we need to get the younger generation involved more. We need to get them off the tablets. We need to get them off of the electronics in general. Take away the Xbox and get outside. If you are a parent that lives in the Cedar Rapids area that wants to learn about fishing, if you want to have your kids learn about fishing, if you want your kids to learn about the outdoors, call me. I will take you, I will take your kids. I know guys that, you know, have boats. We'll go out on the boat. We've got all the proper safety equipment, everything. And we will make sure that you guys have fun in the outdoors, and that your kids want to go back out and do it again and again. And we'll teach you, the parent, how to do all this stuff. That's one of the biggest reasons why I made this channel. I made this channel to try and get more people involved in the outdoors, especially our youth. If we don't get those youngins out, this sport will die with us. And it's that important. It's so important to me. You know, whenever I get a chance, especially when the weather's nice, my entire family is outside. You know, we're creating zombies here. We're creating zombies in front of the electronics, in front of the TV, in front of the computer screen. We need to break the cycle of that, and soon. Otherwise, we're not going to see the nice pristine waters that we have now. We're not going to see all the deer in the fields. We're not going to see the pheasants flying and the ducks, because your fishing license goes to that. It goes straight into the rivers. It goes straight into the lakes, all the fisheries. It pays the DNR officers to enforce the laws that we have in this state. It goes straight to that. You know, that's a good thing, because hunting and fishing licenses are the #1 advocate of animals and of their habitat. So if we want to continue that, if we want to continue to have, you know, all these nice things, you know, we have to get more people involved, particularly our youth. We have to. So, you know, if you don't have kids, you know, and you want to learn about fishing, give me a call. My number's on our Facebook page, on Enter Iowa's Outdoors Facebook page. Give me a call, leave me a message. All right, you want to learn? Let's do it. All right, you want to get involved with like the Boys and Girls Club or Big Sisters and Big Brothers, you know, and take a kid fishing that way? Absolutely, do it. Every time I see kids on the bank when I'm out fishing, I stop and talk to them. You know, I stop and talk to them, say, hey, you know, what are you guys using? You know, are you having any luck? You know, would you like to try a different way to see if, you know, you could have better luck doing it this way? And it was a funny story last year at Fish-o-Rama. It's a little tournament that the kids have down here. It's the Boys and Girls Club of America. They have a thing down here. It's called Fish-o-Rama around the 4th of July. And no, it's actually, yeah, it's around the 4th of July. No, it's in August. It's in August. But they have this Fish-o-Rama thing, and there were these kids down there. They didn't seem like they were very well off, neither were their parents. And they had some pretty beat up gear. They were missing rod tips on their rods and things like that. And I asked them, you know, how you guys doing? Because I was down there throwing the cast net, you know, catching shad for bait. I asked them, hey, how you guys doing? You guys, you know, doing okay? You win anything? No, we haven't won anything. You know, and I was like, okay, well, how are you guys fishing and stuff like that? And they showed me some rigs and, you know, all the stuff that they were doing. I was like, I'll tell you what, check this out. So I went and grabbed one of my rigs, or a couple rigs out of my tackle box, and I rigged their poles up for them. I rigged them up with a Carolina rig with a 2-ounce no-roll sinker and a 6/0 circle hook, and I hooked them up with some of the shad that I caught. And I said, okay, cut this shad in half, put it on your hook, throw it out there, leave it, don't touch it until you get a bite. This is a good spot. And I showed them, and as we were waiting for a bite, I showed them, I talked to them about, you know, the catfish behavior and how they're also predatory and things like that. They were very involved in what I had to say, and we didn't get anything within the 20 minutes that I was sitting there talking to them, and I was putting my cast net away, and I had my back turned toward them, and I was, you know, rolling everything up and putting it into my Jeep, and all of a sudden I hear it, boop, 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 boop. You know, I hear running footsteps behind me, and I go to turn around, and it's one of those kids, and he's got a catfish still on the line, you know, dangling it from his pole, running up to the table, you know, where they're having the event, and he had this big old grin on his face and everything like that. He came back, he had a brand new fishing rod, you know, and he asked me, you know, if I would, you know, rig it up and show him, you know, how to rig it back up again, and we put it back out there, and then all of a sudden his friend catches one, and he goes back and he gets a brand new fishing rod, you know. So to me, that was probably the most rewarding thing I did that whole entire season. I caught whole bunch of fish, whole bunch of big fish that season, but none of them compare to the smile on that kid's face and the fact that what I showed him worked for him. And to me, that was the biggest success that entire week, or that entire year. To this day, aside from my kids being born, I feel like that is, one of my biggest accomplishments, is I taught a youngster, I taught a younger kid, how to fish and how to do it better. So if you guys, the reward is there. It really is. You're not gonna miss out on anything if you take a kid fishing. So get out there, guys, when this weather turns better and it's not snowing out like it is right now. I'm at Arby's, I'm hungry, I want to get a Reuben. But when it's not out like this and it's a nice day and the fish are biting, get them kids out and get them fishing. This is a public service announcement from Enter Iowa's Outdoors.